What if I told you? She still thinks about you, but she will never reach out. She's watching, silently, from a distance, checking your stories, scrolling through your profile, lingering on old messages. Maybe she even types something, then deletes it, again and again. But will she ever send that text? Nope. And here's why. You see, the human mind is a battlefield, a silent war between desire and ego, between emotions and control. And right now, she's trapped in that war. She remembers you. She wonders what you're up to. But the second she considers reaching out, something holds her back. Pride, fear, and the haunting question, what if he's already moved on? Because deep down, she knows that reaching out means risking her own ego. It means facing the possibility that you've become a man she can no longer influence, and nothing terrifies her more than realizing she may have lost her grip on you. This is the truth. Most people would rather suffer in silence than admit they were wrong. She doesn't want to be the one to break first. She doesn't want to look weak. So instead, she waits, watching, wondering, hoping that you'll be the one to reach out first. But the moment you do, you confirm her greatest advantage. She still controls your emotions. And just like that, the power remains in her hands. So you sit there, debating. Should I message her? Should I call? Maybe she just needs a sign. Nope. The second you give in, you become predictable, expected, a memory she can revisit whenever she pleases. But when you don't reach out, when you show no reaction, no need, no weakness, that's when her mind starts to spiral. Did I misjudge him? Is he really over me? Was he ever really mine? This is where the shift happens, not through words, not through begging, but through silence. Because the greatest power in attraction is control. Control over yourself, your emotions, your reactions. And when you master that, you become untouchable. She feels it, she sees it, and suddenly the roles reverse. Suddenly, she's the one feeling uncertain. Suddenly, she's the one haunted by regret. So ask yourself this: are you ready to take back control? Are you done chasing ghosts? If so, hit that like button. Subscribe, turn on notifications, and comment below. I control my emotions, not her. Now let's begin. Number 1. The reality of her silence. You think she doesn't care, that she's moved on effortlessly while you're left picking up the pieces. But let me tell you something. Her silence is not indifference, it's strategy. She's not reaching out, not because she's forgotten you, but because she doesn't have to. She's betting on the fact that sooner or later you will break first. She knows how the game works. She knows that most men can't handle uncertainty, can't handle not knowing, can't handle the emptiness that follows a broken connection. That's exactly why she's staying silent. You see, emotions are power. The person who feels more is the one who suffers more. The one who reaches out first loses the upper hand. So she waits. She watches. She lets time do the work for her, confident that at some point your emotions will betray you, that at some point you'll crave her presence so much that you'll give in. And when you do, she wins. Because the moment you send that message, the moment you ask her how she's been, the moment you try to resurrect something that's already dead, you confirm exactly what she suspected, that she still occupies your mind, that she still holds power over you, that she doesn't need to chase because you'll always come back on your own. But what happens when you don't? When you don't text? When you don't check her social media? When you don't give her any hint that you're waiting? Doubt creeps in. At first, she might think you're just being stubborn, but as the days turn to weeks, that confidence starts to shake. Why hasn't he reached out? Did he replace me? Did he realize his worth? Did I actually lose him? This is where the shift happens, when your silence speaks louder than any words ever could, because suddenly she's no longer in control of the situation. Suddenly, she's the one questioning. And suddenly, the reality of your absence starts to hit her. But this only works if you commit to it, if you refuse to break. If you let her sit in her own silence and wonder why you're not chasing like every other guy she's ever known, if you become the exception, the man who doesn't need her validation, because real strength isn't loud, it isn't desperate, it isn't impulsive. Real strength is quiet, controlled, unshaken, and when you master that, she will feel it. If you're done being a puppet in someone else's game, if you're ready to stand firm, hit that like button. Subscribe, turn on notifications and comment below. My silence is my power. Number 2, why chasing only pushes her further away. You think if you just explain yourself, if you just remind her of what you had, she'll see the light and come back. Nope, that's not how this works. The more you chase, the less she values you. The harder you try to pull her back, the faster she will run. Because desperation is repellent. It screams insecurity. It tells her that you don't see yourself as the prize. You see her as the prize, and the moment she realizes that, she loses respect for you. This is human nature. We don't value what's freely given. We don't crave what is always available. We chase what feels just out of reach. And right now, whether you realize it or not, you are teaching her how to treat you. Every time you double text, every time you try to remind her of the good times, every time you reach out first, you reinforce one simple truth in her mind. You are an option, not a priority. You might think you're being persistent, that you're fighting for love. But what you're really doing is removing all mystery, all challenge, all attraction. You're giving her certainty, and certainty kills desire. Think about it. What happens when you watch a movie where you already know the ending? It's boring, predictable, forgettable. The same principle applies here. But when you disappear, when you stop chasing, when you pull back completely, that's when her mind starts to work against her. Where is he? Why isn't he reaching out? Did I misjudge him? Did I make a mistake? Your absence creates space, and space creates uncertainty. Suddenly she doesn't have that emotional safety net anymore. Suddenly she's the one who has to wonder, who has to overthink, who has to feel the discomfort of not knowing. And that discomfort, that's what makes people act. Because here's the harsh truth. No one forgets someone who is truly valuable. If she actually saw your worth, she wouldn't have let you go in the first place. But if she didn't, that means your value wasn't high enough in her eyes. So what do? You increase your value. You rebuild yourself into someone she would regret losing. But that only happens when you let go. When you stop chasing, when you stop trying to force a connection that's already broken. Because real men, they don't beg, they don't plead, they don't chase, they step back, they focus on themselves. And in doing so, they shift the power entirely. If you're done running in circles, if you're ready to become the one they chase, hit that like button. Subscribe, turn on notifications, and comment below. I do not chase, I attract. Number 3, emotional mastery. Why she's drawn to a man in control. Have you ever noticed how the men who care the least always seem to get the most attention? The ones who don't overreact, who don't chase, who don't let emotions dictate their actions, they move differently. And because of that, they hold power. This isn't luck. It's not some secret formula. It's control. The man who controls his emotions controls the situation. The man who doesn't react out of fear, out of desperation, out of loneliness, he becomes untouchable. Because women don't respect a man who is emotionally unstable. They don't value a man who lets his feelings dictate his behavior. You think she left because she stopped loving you? Nope. She left because she stopped feeling drawn to you. She saw your emotional reactions, your constant need for reassurance, your fear of losing her, and that fear became suffocating. She didn't want to be your emotional center. She wanted to be drawn toward your strength, toward your presence, toward your ability to handle life without breaking, because deep down, attraction is biological. Women are wired to seek out men who provide emotional stability, not men who crumble under pressure, not men who beg, plead, or spiral when things don't go their way, But men who can take a hit stand tall and keep moving. So, if you're sitting there, overthinking, obsessing, replaying conversations in your head, stop. Every second you spend stuck in emotion is a second you lose control. And the more control you lose, the less attractive you become. You must become the calm in the storm. A man who isn't shaken by silence. A man who doesn't need to force anything because he understands that he is the prize. And when you become that man, people feel it. She will feel it. And she'll realize something that terrifies her. You don't need her. And that is what makes you powerful. If you're ready to take back control, if you're done letting emotions weaken you, hit that like button. Subscribe, turn on notifications, and comment below. I master my emotions. They do not master me. Number 4. The power of mystery. How to make her wonder about you. Predictability kills attraction. Mystery fuels it. Right now, she thinks she knows everything about you. She thinks she understands how you feel, what you're thinking, and what you'll do next. And that certainty, that's what's keeping her comfortable. That's why she isn't reaching out. But what happens when you become unpredictable? When you stop posting about your emotions? When you stop engaging with her social media? When you stop reacting the way she expects? Doubt enters her mind. She starts asking herself questions. Why isn't he reaching out? Is he seeing someone new? Is he happier without me? That uncertainty is what makes her curious. That curiosity is what makes her rethink everything. Because here's a psychological truth. People value what they don't fully understand. The moment you pull back and become unreadable, you stop being a finished book and become a puzzle. A puzzle she suddenly wants to solve. And this is where most men fail. They think if they just disappear, she'll come running. But it's not just about going silent. It's about becoming a man she no longer has access to. Not just physically, but mentally, emotionally, energetically. She should never know what you're thinking, never know how you feel, never know if you still want her, because the second she does, the mystery is gone. And when the mystery is gone, the attraction fades with it. So stop giving her a window into your life. Stop making it easy for her to keep tabs on you. Let her wonder, let her doubt, let her question, because when she does, that's when she starts reaching out. That's when she starts regretting. That's when she starts realizing she might have lost you forever. If you're ready to stop being predictable, if you're ready to become the man she can't figure out, hit that like button. Subscribe, turn on notifications, and comment below. I am the mystery she will never solve. Number 5. Rebuilding your value. The art of self-improvement. You want to make her regret leaving. You want to shift the power completely. Then stop thinking about her and start rebuilding yourself. Because here's the truth. She's not watching your words. She's watching your actions. She's watching to see if you crumble without her, or if you rise without her. And right now, whether you realize it or not, you are at a crossroads. One path leads to obsession, overanalyzing, waiting, hoping she'll come back. The other path, it leads to transformation, to becoming a version of yourself that doesn't care whether she reaches out or not, because you're too busy winning. Let me tell you something about regret. Regret doesn't come from seeing you suffer. Regret comes from seeing you thrive. When she sees you leveling up, when she sees your physique improving, your confidence rising, your lifestyle expanding, that's when the regret kicks in. Not because you're trying to impress her, but because she realizes she no longer has access to the man you've become. And this is where most men mess up. They want revenge. They want to prove a point. You don't evolve for her. You evolve for you. Because the goal isn't to get her back. The goal is to become the man she could never replace. So what are you doing right now? Are you stuck in the past, replaying old memories? Or are you in the gym, building your body? Are you scrolling through her social media, hoping for a sign? Or are you working on your finances, securing your future? Are you waiting for validation? Or are you creating a life so powerful, so fulfilling that her absence is nothing but a distant memory. Because here's the reality: the best revenge is never words, it's success. And when she sees that, she'll understand, too late, that the man she left behind no longer exists. If you're ready to evolve into your greatest self, if you're done living in the past, hit that like button. Subscribe, turn on notifications, and comment below. I do not look back, I level up. Number 6. The psychological trigger. How to make her regret losing you. You want to know the exact moment she regrets leaving? It's not when you text her. It's not when you try to prove your worth. It's when she realizes she no longer has power over you. Because here's the thing: people don't regret losing someone who still wants them. They regret losing someone who moved on without them. Right now, she assumes you're still thinking about her, that you're still watching her, waiting, hoping she'll come back. And as long as she believes that, she feels safe, comfortable, in control. But the moment she senses a shift, the moment she realizes she no longer has space in your mind, your heart, your life, that's when the regret sets in. Because now she's no longer rejecting you, you are rejecting her. It's subtle, but powerful. The way you stop engaging, the way you no longer react, the way you carry yourself like someone who is too focused on his own growth to be bothered by the past. She will feel it, and it will shake her. Because now she has to ask herself, did I make a mistake? Was he actually better than I thought? And here's where psychology works in your favor. The human mind hates uncertainty. The second she starts questioning, she needs an answer. And that's when she starts checking up on you, watching your stories, asking friends about you, finding excuses to reconnect. But by then, you won't need her validation, because you'll be too busy becoming the man she never thought you could be. So forget revenge, forget trying to make her jealous, forget trying to force regret. Just disappear, elevate, become someone she can never reach again, because that's the only way to make her truly regret losing you, not by trying to get her back, but by becoming someone she will never have access to again. If you're done being someone's backup plan, if you're ready to become irreplaceable, hit that like button. Subscribe, turn on notifications, and comment below. I am the one who got away. Number 7. The final test. If you still care, you haven't let go. Let's be real. Right now, you're still wondering if she'll ever reach out, still hoping that one day she'll realize what she lost and come back. That's the final test. Because the truth is, if you still care about whether she regrets losing you, you haven't actually moved on. You see, true detachment isn't pretending not to care. It's actually not caring. It's waking up one day and realizing she's just another person, another memory, another lesson. No anger, no sadness, no lingering thoughts, just indifference. And this is where most men fail. They do everything right. They go silent, they focus on themselves, they level up, but deep down, they're still watching, still waiting, still hoping. And that hope is what keeps them stuck. Because hope is attachment, and attachment is the root of suffering. She's watching you. So what? She regrets leaving. Doesn't matter. She reaches out again? It's already too late. Because when you truly move on, you stop needing closure. You stop needing validation. You stop needing her to regret anything at all. She becomes irrelevant. And ironically, that's when she feels it the most. Because nothing is more powerful than a man who is completely, unapologetically free. So ask yourself, are you really letting go? Or are you just waiting for a reaction? Because if you're still checking, still wondering, still hoping, you're still trapped. And the only way to break free is to let go completely. If you're ready to stop holding on to the past, if you're done waiting for a ghost, hit that like button. Subscribe, turn on notifications, and comment below. I release what no longer serves me. Number 8. Why she's watching you but can't reach out. You might not see her, but she's there, watching, checking, wondering. But no matter how much she wants to, she won't reach out. And here's why. Because if she does, she risks confirming her worst fear, that she no longer has control over you. Right now, she's playing a silent game. She wants to know if you're still the man she left behind, if you're still waiting, still hoping, still emotionally tied to her. And as long as she doesn't reach out, she doesn't have to face the truth. But deep down, she's starting to sense something. She feels the shift. She feels your absence. And it's not just your words, it's your energy, the lack of reaction, the fact that you no longer orbit around her, the fact that she's losing access to the version of you that once put her on a pedestal. That's why she's watching. Not because she wants to come back, but because she wants to see if you're still within reach. But when she sees that you're not, that you've detached, evolved, moved on, that's when the panic sets in. Because now she realizes you were the one who got away. And her silence? It's not indifference, it's fear. Fear of facing the fact that she lost someone valuable. Fear of seeing you thrive without her. Fear of admitting that she misjudged you. So no, she won't reach out. Her ego won't let her. And even if she does, it won't be for love. It'll be for validation. A test to see if she still has control. A test to see if she can still affect you. And if she ever does, you won't even care. Because by then you'll be so far ahead that her presence will mean nothing. If you're done waiting for ghosts, if you're done needing closure, hit that like button. Subscribe, turn on notifications, and comment below. Her silence is not my problem. Number 9. The ultimate Stoic mindset. She's not the prize. You are. At some point, you have to ask yourself, why was I chasing her in the first place? Because the moment you start seeing yourself as the prize, everything changes. Think about it. Why did she have so much power over you? Why did you care so much about her opinion? Why did you let her absence affect your self-worth? Because you saw her as the prize. And as long as you did that, you were always going to be the one chasing, the one waiting, the one suffering. But that ends today. The Stoics understood one thing better than anyone else. Your value is not defined by anyone but you, not by her, not by society, not by external validation. The moment you internalize that, you become untouchable. Because when you truly believe that you are the prize, you stop chasing, you stop seeking approval, you stop attaching your worth to whether someone stays or leaves. You walk away without fear, you detach without hesitation, and in doing so, you become exactly what she never thought you could be, a man she can't control, a man she can't manipulate, a man she can't replace. And the irony? That's when people start chasing you. Because people don't chase what's desperate, they chase what's scarce, what's valuable, what they can't have. But by then it won't matter. Because once you've mastered the Stoic mindset, once you've built a life so strong that no one's absence can shake it, you'll realize the truth. She was never the prize. You were. You always were. If you're ready to step into your power, if you're done putting others on pedestals, hit that like button, subscribe, turn on notifications, and comment below, I am the prize. And remember, a Stoic man does not chase, he attracts, he does not beg, he builds, he does not wait, he moves forward. Stay strong, stay focused, and never forget your worth. At the end of the day, it's not about her. It was never about her. It's about you. The way you see yourself, the way you carry yourself, the way you respond to life when things don't go your way. That's what defines you. Not a breakup, not a lost connection, not whether she ever regrets losing you. Because the truth is, you don't need closure. You don't need validation. You don't need to know if she still thinks about you, if she regrets leaving, if she'll ever reach out. None of it matters. What matters is that you've built yourself into a man who doesn't need those answers, a man who is too focused on his own path to look back. This isn't just about one woman. This is about every relationship, every challenge, every moment where life tests you. You have two choices. Let it break you or let it build you. And the man who wins in the end, is the one who chooses to build. So what's your next move? Are you going to sit around waiting for ghosts? Or are you going to rise, evolve, and step into your power? If you're ready to leave the past behind and embrace the future, hit that like button. Subscribe, turn on notifications, and comment below. I choose strength over attachment. This is Stoic Blessing. Stay disciplined, stay focused, and most importantly, stay in control.